So, what was the last session? We discussed about this. Sai, did you try this? Any?
Oh, yes, Anand.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, today let's discuss Mandi Pachada.
వచ్చాను.
Bro, where is your friend, man?
ఏమోన్నా అసలు మ్యాండేటరీగా ఆఫీస్‌కి కూడా రావాలని చెప్పారు. బట్ ఆఫీస్‌కి కూడా రావట్లేదు.
Hmm. So, let's do one thing. We'll remove all the logins which are not required. Then,
బెటర్ అన్న ప్రస్తుతానికి రిమూవ్ చేసేయండి. అంతగా మన కాంటాక్ట్ అయితే అప్పుడు చూద్దాం మళ్ళీని.
yeah, Sam, are there?
Yes, Pratap.
You want Halim?
I want what?
You want Halim? There is a special dish that is being prepared by Muslims in Hyderabad. So they used to
Okay.
take after fasting.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Where can I get it from?
How can I
Where
say?
can I get it?
You come to
It's a
Hyderabad, I'll take
FedEx is sending UPS.
you. You come to Hyderabad, I'll take you.
But I plan to come to India one of maybe at the end of the year or maybe next year.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll come. I'll come visit.
Not required. Mandip, what is your email ID, man?
నాది సెకండ్ వన్ అన్న. సెకండ్ వన్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఫస్ట్ తీసేయండి అన్న.
Who is this guy? I don't know. Is not coming. This guy is not coming. This guy is not coming.
Ramesh Chania.
Yes, this guy is not coming. Okay, viewers. Sai, you also remove from the group, man.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. How many of you did this? Everyone? Did everyone try this?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's discuss today about something which is important for us, for everyone. Okay. So let's discuss the concept called as destructuring. Destructuring of an array. So normally we all know that where array, if you want to tell this is going to be an array of any type, I'll be using my any, right, is equal to square brackets. I'm going to name it as Pratap. So I'm going to mark it as Amazon, Hyderabad. Okay, I have three elements. So tell me what is the size of this array? What is the command that to use to get the total length of an array?
Array name dot length.
Array name dot length. Console dot log of array dot length. Okay, sorry, array, right? For array you don't need to use parentheses, you can use directly. See, the total length is 3. Now I need to assign into these details for 3 variables. I need to assign this array details for 3 variables. Okay, so first variable I'm going to mark it as let employee name is equal to array of 0. Let company is equal to array of 1. Let place is equal to array of 2, right? Console dot log of emp name comma company comma place. Okay, now if I execute this, I'm able to get, but my interviewer is asking me not to write these 3 lines, but he's asking me to get the data. My interviewer is not allowing me to write the data into 3 lines. He's asking me to get the data in one single line. Is that possible? How to get that? Is that possible? How to get that? To do that, we'll be using the concept called as what? We'll be using the concept called as what?
Destructuring of an array.
Destructure. Okay. So say suppose he have some salary of 1 lakh. Okay. And his age is of 34. Okay. Hobbies is basketball. Just like this. Okay, out of all these 3 data, out of all this entire data, right, he wants to get only employee name, company and place. So how can he get that? So very simple, it's going to be very simple. Using the concept of destructuring, we can simplify our data easily. See here, where just use your square brackets, put your variable names here, emp name comma company comma place is equal to, what should I place? Just go and put it as an array. That's it. That's it. Now what is going to be happen? These 3 variables, these three variables, which variable? These three variables will be having sorry. So we will be having what? Employee name, company, place. So now what is going to be happen internally? Internally ఏం జరుగుతుంది చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. Okay, so internally we have this as a big array, right? Correct? Oh, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Okay, we have this as an array. Now tell me, first we have Pratap P and company as Amazon. Next one as Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Next one as salary. Next one as
Age.
age. Next one as hobbies. Correct? Now what I did here, this entire array I'm assigning here. Correct? Right. Everyone, any questions till this point? Tamil. Right? Now what happened, right? If I use my destructuring like this, if I use destructuring like this, what will happen is employee name will be pointing to this, company will be pointing to this, place will be pointing to this. Got it? Rest of the things will be ignored. Automatically this data will be comment saved into this variable, this data will be comment saved into this variable, this data is going to be comment saved into this variable. Got it? That is nothing but your destructuring of an array, which is possible only in TypeScript. Clear, everyone? In ES6 this is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's try to print console.log of emp name, comma, company, comma, place. So let me compile this and see this, what is going to be happen. I can get these three details: Pratap, Amazon, Hyderabad. Are you clear? Clear.
Yes, clear.
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Right? 1 second. Clear? But Pratap, is this possible to skip company and get only employee name and place? Now what happened in the previous example, it is getting linearly, right? 1, 2, 3. But is there any possibility to skip this company name and get only the employee name and place? Is there any way to skip this? If you want to skip any property, right, just make it as a blank, man. Then you won't get anything. Just make it as a blank. That particular index will get skipped. Now see, only Pratap and Hyderabad is available. Are Tamulu clear? Most of the time in interview they'll be asking about destructuring of an array. Right? Hello? Not sleeping, right?
Yes.
Clear.
No.
Clear. And
Clear or no?
Right. We are going to write an example on this, man. That's the reason I'm asking you.
got it.
Got it? Yes. Now let's see the next important concept called as destructuring
Hi, Uka.
of an object. Destructuring of an object. Can anyone tell
Hey,
me?
Uka is addicting.
Sorry, Sam? Could we be little loud? Who is asking the question? You, Sai, no, right?
No.
Yeah. So can anyone tell me how can I create an object? I told you when you guys are working with
By
Playwright
taking,
to read the data from an external file.
yeah,
So tell me how to create my own
we
object here.
need to take class name.
Wait. Employee names or employee details, right? We have to create it as what? As an object of type any. Okay, is equal to this, not required, right? Object only, right? No, not to specify any. So now, if I want to store the data in terms of key and value pairs, if I want to store the data in terms of key and value pairs, then I'm going to use this one. Correct? Andhra clear?
Here,
Right? Now, for example, I'm going to store the data of employee name, EMP name as Pratap. Okay. Now, company as Amazon, or wait, address, again an internal object I'm going to create, street 10 by A, line 1, okay, state as AP, okay, zip I have it as 890 877, okay, and then I have companies, or I have something called as company. I'm going to mark it as Amazon. So I have my employee object details like this. Are you clear about this data? Any questions in this data? Sainath? Anyone?
no.
Manikanta? Mandeep?
అన్న
Any questions in this? No, right? So now I want to print this object. How can I print this object? Console.log emp details. Okay. So let me print this data. If I see here, I'm able to get the entire data here. Right? Employee name is Pratap, address is something, company name is something. Right? Any questions here? Ritesh, anyone?
Clear.
No, clear no.
Clear? Now, can you help me? How can I get the employee name here? Employee details of EMP name. Okay. I'll tell you, we'll solve this error very soon. For now, just ignore it. I'll help you how to remove this error. For time being, just try to ignore it. Okay. Or for now, I'll remove this object also. Let me write a plain code only here. Okay. So now see here, I'll be getting as Pratap. Now from this object, I want to get employee name and company, or employee name, employee street I want to get. How can I get? Only those data I want. I don't want to go and get everything. I want to get employee name and employee address street I want to get. How to get? What is the way? What is the way? Anyone? See, very simple. Whereof emp name, comma, so whatever we have given, use the same thing. Address dot street, comma, okay, I need only these two, right? Is equal to emp details. So what is the error that I'm getting here? Wait. Address colon. Yes, you have to give like this. So now what I want to do, from this entire object, I need to collect only my employee name, and from this address, I want to collect my street. I want to get only my employee name and I want to get only my street. Andaru, clear, everyone? I want to get my employee name and I want to get my employee address street. So instead of traversing the entire object, I'm going to pick only the fields which are required for my purpose. So whatever the data I want to get the data as an object. So that I put it in an object. I got my employee name, and from this address, I'm going to get only the street, where from this entire big JSON object. Make sense? Clear, everyone? Okay. Now see here, to use that data or to print this data, just to go and use my emp name, comma. If you want to print, use this address. Or wait. Let's see only this one and I'll tell you how to do that. Where 2 times it is printing, this one, right? Let's remove this. See, Pratap. Now similarly, cannot find, why it is not able to find. What is the error we are getting there? Address we need to get right. So some small mistake you're doing. What is that mistake? No. What you want to get from here? We need to get street, right? Just put street. Why you want to put address there? Yes, that's it. Yeah. We need to get only street. So now let me go and compile it. Now see, I got the employee name and as well as the address of that employee. Got it? Clear? Today we have seen about destructuring an array. At the same time, we have seen destructuring of an object. Destructuring an array, and we have seen how to destructure an object. Clear?
Next last employee details and you wait on.
I'm losing your voice, man. This chopping, man. Tell me what you want.
Hello.
Hello? Yeah, tell me, Sai, what you want?
లాస్ట్ లో
I'm understanding only
ఎంప్లాయ్
the word
డీటెయిల్స్
last.
పెట్టాం కదనే, అది ఎందుకు పెట్టాం, ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేసాం?
లాస్ట్ ఒకటి అర్థమైంది, ఇంకేం అర్థం కదా. ఏమడుగుతున్నావు లాస్ట్ లో?
ఎంప్లాయ్ డీటెయిల్స్ యూజ్ చేసాం కదని.
అవును, ఇది ఎక్కడి నుంచి తెచ్చుకోవాలి నువ్వు? ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ యూ వాంట్ గెట్ దిస్ డేటా? యూ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ దిస్ డేటా ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, రైట్? From this object, I need to pick
Okay.
only the employee name and the street. I don't want other data, other details. So from where I want to get? From this entire object, go and get the employee name and go and get the street. We're destructing the center object to this object. అర్థం కదా ఇంకా?
ఓకే ఓకే.
రితేష్, are you clear, man?
ఎస్ అన్న, క్లియర్ అన్న.
Clear?
ఎస్
So
అన్న.
this is the way how we are going to destructure an object. This is the way how are you going to destructure an object. మనకంట మందీప్
అన్నా
అన్న
అర్థమైందా కాలేదా?
అర్థమైందన్న.
అన్వేష్
అన్న
చదువుతున్నావా? అడ్రస్ లేవు నువ్వు?
చదువుతున్నా అన్న.
అడ్రస్సే లేవు నువ్వు అసలు.
లేదన్న, చదువుతున్నా.
ఏంగా
నిజంగానే అన్న.
రైట్. So far we are trying to read the data, we are getting an error here, right? See, console.log. If I make this one the data type as an object, I'm getting an error, correct? emp details dot emp name, I'm not able to read the data, I'm getting an error. So how to avoid this data error? They're telling that this property emp name itself is not available on the type and object. There is some issue on the type definition, dude. There is some issue on type definition. But in TypeScript, if you want to create any object like this in a key and value pairs, the data type should be always an object only. Even if you put any, this is not good to use an any. Okay, always the best practice is object only. So how can we solve this problem? Okay, so there is a concept called as interface. There is a concept called as interface. What is the time? Yes, okay. There is a concept called as interface in TypeScript. There is a concept called as interface in TypeScript. So far, any questions? Any questions?
నో.
నో అన్న.
Everyone? Manikanta, Mandeep,
నో అన్న.
right? Anvesh,
నో అన్న.
right? So now, for example, let's take where emp details as an object is equal to this one. emp name it should be always a string, man. emp name, employee name should be always a string. Salary should be always, it should be a number. Salary should be always a number. Okay,
నంబర్ అయితే డబుల్ కోట్స్ ఇవ్వకూడదు కదన్నా.
ఎక్కడి ఇచ్చాను?
అది శాలరీలో ఇచ్చా కదన్నా.
వాల్యూ రా, వాల్యూ డబుల్ కోట్స్ ఇవ్వకూడదు, ఇది కీ కదా. ఓకే, Okay, and next one is address. In address, I want to have my ADR address line 1. Address line 1 should be always a text. Okay, address line 1 should be always a text. State should be always a string. Okay, postal code should be always a number. Postal code should be always a number. Now here I am telling that inside this object, name should be always a string, salary should be always a number, and again in address I told that it should be always, address line 1 should be always a string, postal code should be always a number. So how can we define the type of the data here? We don't have any control, right? For type of the object we have defined as an object, but for inside key and for value we have to define the type for that. బాగా చూడండి, ఇక్కడ మనం మెయిన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్కి మెయిన్ వేరియబుల్కి ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే చెప్పగలుగుతున్నాం, మెయిన్ ఉన్న వేరియబుల్కి డేటా టైప్ అయితే చెప్పగలుగుతున్నాం, కానీ లోపలుండే వాల్యూస్కి లోపలుండే కీకి దాని యొక్క వాల్యూ ఏమి ఉండాలి చెప్పలేకపోతున్నాం ఇక్కడ. దట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ హియర్. For entire variable you are able to tell what is the type, but for inner key value we are not able to tell what is the type. How can we overcome this problem? So this problem can be replaced with the concept called as interface. What is that? What is the name?
Interface.
Okay, so see here. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a variable a interface. Use the keyword called as interface. Okay, now I'm going to keep employee details. Okay, interface employee details and open curly braces, close the curly braces. Step number 1 clear this part. If you want to define an interface, we have to define interface. Why are you going to define the interface? To define the type of the value we are going to create an interface. Tamullu, everyone clear? Line 1, line 2, line 3, right?
Yes.
Now for this employee name I am going to define it type as string. For this salary I am going to define it as what? Salary undali number. Okay, for this address
String.
okay, I am going to define okay, don't give this one, this is the wrong way of giving this address one. Okay, so I'll make my address one as what? A string. Okay, and next one
String.
state should be always a string, and next one
Number.
postal code should be always a number. Okay, so let me reformat it again. Now see, it came very well. Okay, they andro clear? Now, if I want to store any data into this employee details, see. I want to add a person details or I want to add some worker details. So it should be always a type of what type? This employee data type. See here, I'll construct it again. Instead of creating an object, put it as an employee details like this. Okay. Now, immediately see here, I'm getting an error. They're telling that some following types are missing. What is the type? Employee details, employee name. Inside this employee details, these fields are missing. What are those fields? Employee name, salary, and address. Now see, I'm trying to give all those details. Employee name as Pratap. Now for salary, I'm trying to put it as 7897 somewhere. And for address, I'm going to put it as, see here, again it's telling for address, you guys are missing this one, address one, state, postal code. I have to keep this data now. So what I'll do, address one though, I'm going to put it data as line 1, 10 by A. Okay. Next one is for state. States I'm going to give it as Telangana. Now for postal code, that's it. See here, now for salary, instead of salary, if I'm going to give it as a number, it won't allow me because we have already defined what should be the type of this salary. What is the type? What we defined? We defined it as a number. But what are you trying to give here? We are trying to give it as a string, which is non-appropriate way, which is not a correct way of doing this. Brothers and sisters, everyone clear? So far we have seen only to define the type on the variable. But now what we are trying to do? We are trying to give the type available inside an object and for its value. Data that is available inside an object, for that data we have key and value. For that key we are defining the type. How are we going to define the type? Using the interface concept. Clear? Sainath, Ritesh,
Clear.
Manikanta, Mandeep,
Clear.
clear?
bro.
Right. అరే మా వాడు హైదరాబాద్ వచ్చాడు ఈరోజు క్లాస్కి రితేష్
అన్నా
అర్థమవుతుందా క్లియరా
క్లియర్ అన్నా.
Dude, please listen to this. My first interview was utter flop in 2019. With this small concept, they ruled out me. I don't want any one of my students to face this. In one of the recent interview where Ilyas was facing, they also asked the same question.
ఒక చిన్న డౌట్
Wait, once we complete this, I'll come to your doubts, okay? Hold on for a while. Let's see. So, the other problem that we are facing, right? Console.log. Console.log. From this worker details, I want to get my employee name. Now see, I'm not getting any error. Earlier I was getting an error, right? Error Sai.
Yeah, clear.
Earlier I'm getting an error. What is that error? No, this is not the right way. We will give dot notation only. Now see, I'm not getting any error. Now if I go and compile it, this one, I'll be able to see this one. Clear, everyone? Right? So now we have been solved
Clear.
two
Clear.
problems. But yes, tell me, ask you a question, man, before I go and jump onto a new topic.
అని వర్క్ డీటెయిల్స్ లో డేటా టైప్ ఇవ్వాలి.
ఇచ్చాం కదా, ఇదిగో ఇక్కడ ఎంప్లాయ్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఇదే డేటా
డేటా
టైప్.
టైప్ ఆల్రెడీ పైన ఇచ్చాడు.
ఇక్కడ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా,
ఓకే ఓకే
ఇంటర్ఫేస్
అంటే
డేటా టైప్ అనమాట.
అంటే ఓకే అంటే ఎంప్లాయీ నేమ్కి ఒక డేటా టైప్, శాలరీకి ఒక డేటా టైప్.
ఈ వాల్యూస్ కి డేటా టైప్ ఇక్కడ లోపల ఇచ్చాం మనం. ఎంటర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి ఈ పేరు ఇచ్చేసాం.
ఓకే
ఓకే, క్లియర్?
ఓకే ఓకే
Dude,
Okay,
these things
clear.
we are going to see how to implement real time. I won't leave this concept just like that. We also need to understand where we are going to implement. For that, I'm preparing all my base concepts here.
అన్నా హలో
Yes.
అన్నా, అది ఇప్పుడు ఎంప్లాయీ నేమ్ అని ఇచ్చావు కాబట్టి సెటప్ అని ప్రింట్ అయింది. మనం వర్కర్ డీటెయిల్స్ అని కొడితే మొత్తం ప్రింట్ అవ్వదా? అంటే నేమ్,
అంతా వచ్చేస్తుంది.
శాలరీ. ఒకసారి అంతే చూడండి.
ఇదో ఇప్పుడు పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కింద వచ్చింది చూడు ఇప్పుడు. ఓకే చలో, ఏదో
ఇందులోనే ఇప్పుడు సెటప్ అని మీ డీటెయిల్స్ స్టోర్ చేస్తారన్న ఇందులో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లో. ఇప్పుడు సైన్ అప్ డీటెయిల్స్ కూడా స్టోర్ చేస్తాం అనుకో, అప్పుడు
చేయడం అంతే. ఇంకొక వేరియబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకో, ఇంకో
వేరియబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాము. అప్పుడు కాల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎట్లా కాల్ చేస్తాం? అప్పుడు డీటెయిల్స్ మార్చుకోవాలా? అదే వర్కర్ డీటెయిల్స్ పెట్టారు కదా, అక్కడ ప్రతాప్ డీటెయిల్స్ అని, ఇక్కడ కింద ఏమో ఫైనల్ డీటెయిల్స్ అని మనం.
నాకు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాలి రాబాయ్ నువ్వు ఎట్లా చేయాలనేది. వెరీ గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్. కాసేపు వెయిట్ చేయి, ఐల్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు యూ. వీళ్ళు చేద్దాం నా నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ అదే. ఓకే, కొంచెం వెయిట్ చేయి. ఓకే, ఎనీ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్స్? రితేష్, ఎనీ, శ్యామ్, సైనా, మణికంఠ, అన్వేష్?
నో
ఈ ఒక్క ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఫార్మాట్ ఎన్ని వేరియబుల్స్ కన్నా వాడుకోవచ్చు సేమ్ ఫార్మాట్ లో ఉంటే?
ఎస్ సేమ్ ఫార్మాట్ ఎక్కడైనా వాడచ్చు.
ఓకే అన్న.
అరే అబ్బాయి, brothers and sisters, please see here. Now if I remove salary, I am getting an error, man. What is that error? See, just to go and hover on this, just to go hover on this. అరే
ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లో డీటెయిల్స్ ఇచ్చాం కదా అన్న అక్కడ.
అరే ఒక్క నిమిషం, లిజన్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. I missed to enter this data, man. Now see what is telling. Property salary is missing in this type. Which type? In this employee details type. It is telling that in employee detail type you have missed a variable called as what? A property called as what? Salary. So once you defined the interface with the values, you should strictly follow the structure. You cannot miss any property. Rule number 1. Tamulu, everyone. Okay, 1 second. Wait.
I think a question mark before the colon.
Wait. Somewhere I'm missing. Even I forgot this. Super, Annie. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. It should be number right. Now, if I want to make anything to be as an optional, if I want to make any property should be an optional. So I don't want salary to be mandatory. I want to make this salary property as an optional. So then what I'll do? I'll put this as a question mark. If I make question mark before this colon, then this property is not mandatory. This property is optional. So even if I remove this property, so what will happen? No error will be appear here. If I won't keep this question mark, then the system will treat it as mandatory. If you want to make any property to be an optional property, we will be using this. Someone clear? Everyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So now my manager is telling that Pratap, please don't keep address as like this. Keep it separately. Keep it separately. Is there any way to keep this separately? Is there any way to keep this separately? See here. Now I'm going to create one more interface called as address. For this address, sorry. For this address, I'm going to create a interface called as address. Now this is going to be perfect. See here, inner object, we decoupled it and we create a separate interface like this. So this is also possible. Make sense? Clear? How to decouple it? Now let's see how to destructure this interface object now. Where emp name, comma, that's it. Now see, emp name, comma, address one. Now this is going to perfect. If you go and see the output, you should get Pratap and address. This is little big concept, but you have to understand. Clear?
Clear.
Interesting? Good concept?
Yes.
Sam? Any
అన్న ఒకసారి లైన్ నెంబర్ 23 ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి.
line 25 ఎక్కడ 22
21.
21 ఇందాక చెప్పాను destructuring చెప్పాను నేను సేమ్ అదే కదా. From this entire object I am going to collect only employee name and address one. I am not collecting all the details. I am going to collect only employee name and address one. So employee name, I just use employee name. Address one, where is this address one available? Inside this address object, I am going to get my address one. I use this address one only. Make sense?
ఓకే
Clear?
ఓకే ఓకే అర్థం.
Right. Now, Manikanta has asked me very interesting question. Let's solve that question. Okay. So Manikanta wants to add some 10 employees, man. Some 10 employees where I of type number is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Okay. Now here I'm going to create an array. Okay. Where employees, okay, of type array of type what? Array of type what? Employee details. Correct. Here the data type is employee details, right? అరే ఇంతకుముందు స్ట్రింగ్ నంబర్ ఇచ్చాం. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తున్నాం?
ఎంప్లాయీ డీటెయిల్స్ ఇస్తున్నాం.
బతికిచ్చారా నన్ను? బతికిచ్చారా? అరే రితేష్ ఉన్నావా?
ఉన్నానన్నా.
ఉన్నావు కదా? ఎస్. Manikanta, till this point, any confusion? Line number 13 to line number 16.
No, bro. No, bro. No confusion.
Manikanta, Mandeep, Sai, Anvesh, Sam, any?
No.
Right. Now I'm using employees dot. What happened to this? Employees dot push dot push okay. Next one is salary. Salary should be of I into 560. I'm just multiplying, man. Okay. Next one. For now, I'll make address as optional. I won't enter the address. I'm just entering this. Now see, I'm going to add 10 employees with 10 different details. So once after adding it, console dot log of employees. Now see, if you go here, oh my god, what happened?
నా పుష్ పక్కన సెమీకోలన్ ఇచ్చిందన్న అక్కడ.
Arey, why what, man? Good catch, man. Good catch. Now see, we got 10 employees. EMP1 salary, EMP2 salary, EMP3 salary, EMP10 salary. Manikanta, you got your answer?
Yes, bro.
You asked me, how can you store 10 employees? I store 10 employees now.
కానీ అందులో మనకు ఒకటే కావాలన్నా, మనకి ఏది కావాలో అదే ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి.
Em kavala? Now you have to apply some array logic and you have to get the data that whatever you are looking for. Okay, clear? Right. Any questions?
No.
No, right? I'll give a small task to you today. Tomorrow I cannot connect, man. Tomorrow, right? I have so much work I need to complete in my hometown. Back to back works are there. Tomorrow I cannot connect. If possible, Sunday though also not possible, man. Sundays I have this marriage works are going on, right? Sunday also not possible. Monday only then. But before that, I'll give some interesting tasks. Will you do? No? Yes? I want you guys, everyone should complete by tomorrow. Okay. The tasks are sort an array. Second thing is get the first largest number in an array. Get the second smallest number in an array. Okay, get the second smallest number in an array. Okay, now let's take an example. Right, this question they asked me in Python, man. The question that what I'm typing here, right? Today afternoon 3 o'clock I had an interview. Okay, so they asked me in Python. I'm asking you to do in JavaScript now today. Okay, Sam, please try to do this. Let's take an array of employees. Okay, whenever you insert an employee object, please insert a key called as serial number. It should be available as serial number. Okay, it means that whenever you are going to create an object, you should have a serial number. Whenever you are going to add a new employee, it should be serial number as 1. Second time it should be 2. Third time it should be 3. Fourth time it should be 4. Okay, and you should have details like this: name equal to something, okay, place is equal to something, age equal to something. Okay, array clear? Everyone, this one we just now we did this. So add 10 employees like this.
ఓకే, సేమ్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ మోడల్ అన్న ఇది.
Interface model on it.
ఓకే,
Okay, add 10 employees like this. Now from this array you need to remove third object and seventh object. You have to remove third object and seventh object. Okay, you have to remove third object and seventh object from an array. Now if I print the employee object, I should see the employee details in a sequential way. Manner. It should be that because I have removed my third object and seventh object, right? So the next object, what will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Because 2 objects are removed. It should be update again. You got it what I'm saying? Earlier it will be like this. Okay, it should be like this: 2, 3 and 4. Now you have removed this second object. Now you have removed this fourth object. Now this serial number 1 should be always 1. This serial number should be become how much? It should be become 2. Can you write a logic for this? How to update this after deleting any object? So this is the task that you have to complete by tomorrow EOD. రితీష్ నువ్వు కానీ చేయకపోతే చెప్తాను సంగతి.
అన్న ట్రై చేస్తానన్న.
ఏయ్ నా ట్రై కాదు, చేయాలి.
చేస్తానన్న.
ఎనీ ఓకే నాట్ ఓకే, యూ హ్యావ్ టు పింగ్ మీ. అన్వేష్ గా నువ్వు కానీ చేయలేదనుకో
చేస్తాను.
అన్నపూర్ణ సర్కిల్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చి లాక్ కొడతా నిన్ను.
చేస్తాను.
ఓకే మనకంట వాళ్ళందరికన్నా ముందు నువ్వే చెప్పాలరా నాకు.
సరే
అరే ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఛాలెంజ్ చేస్తాను, గూగుల్ ఎక్కడ ఎతికి చూపిరా.
నాకు గూగుల్ ఎదగడం రాదన్న. నాకు ఇంటర్ఫేస్ బాగా అర్థమైంది అన్న, అది నేను చేస్తాను. పైన ఫస్ట్ లార్జెస్ట్ నంబర్, సెకండ్ స్మాలెస్ట్ నంబర్ ఉన్నావు కదా,
వస్తాయి.
ఆ రెండు మా గురువు గారిని అడుగుతాను.
గురుగారిని
ఎందుకంటే నేను
అడగకూడదు,
క్లాస్
తప్ప గురుగారిని అడిగామంటే పెన్ను పేపర్ తీసి నీ బుర్రకు ఏమైతే వస్తాయో అవి రాయి అక్కడ. టేక్ ఏ పెన్, టేక్ ఏ పేపర్, సీ హౌ టు సార్ట్ ద నంబర్స్.
ఓకే.
ఓకే,
అన్న పైనది కింద వేరే వేరే టాస్క్ అది.
3 different tasks I have given. First one, second one, third one, and this is fourth one. These 2 are fourth one. 4 tasks I have given. Ritesh, clear?
క్లియర్. అంటే పైన ఫస్ట్ సార్ట్ చేసిన అరేలోనే కదన్న ఫస్ట్ లార్జెస్ట్ నెంబర్ సెకండ్ స్మాలెస్ట్ నెంబర్ తీయాల్సింది.
ఈ రెండు కలిపేసి అయితే. That is your wish, man.
ఓకే అన్న.
You do whatever you want. I want to see the output. Okay, I challenge you again. These kind of examples, you can find anywhere, man. But this kind of examples you won't get. You'll get only through interviews. Okay.
ఓకే.
Yes, chalo.